Wow, you're very good musicians and listeners. Hi, everyone. How are you doing today? It's so nice to see faces. It's been ages since we performed here as Afropop and African music and dance. My name is Damascus Kafumbe. I teach in the music department. I'm an ethnomusicologist, and I have the honor and pleasure of directing these two wonderful groups that will be presenting tonight. The first part of the show will be performed by the African Music and Dance Ensemble, and their performance will be followed by Afropop Band. Please don't leave. We don't have any intermission, but we'll try to move through the program very quickly. It's a long program, but it's worthwhile. The performers will introduce the pieces. We have a mix of musicking and storytelling. They will be telling you all about the music, so you can have more cultural context. And at the end of the first part of the show, we'll be dancing on the floor. So if you are interested in dancing, you should wait until Afropop takes the stage. When Afropop starts playing, you'll be free to dance. The floor is all yours tonight. The first part of the show will be primarily traditional songs or pieces from Uganda. Some of them are arrangements of folk tunes that I've done with ensemble, and some of them are improvised pieces by drawing on East African idioms. The second part of the show will feature genres such as rumba, soukous, bikutsi, and other popular musical idioms from sub-Saharan Africa. And again, during that part of the show, the musicians will be introducing the pieces. Sit back, enjoy, and thank you for being here, and we hope you can stay until the very end, because these guys will blow you away. Thank you so much, and I would like to invite the presenter of the first piece, Maeve, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maeve Shea, and our first piece is titled Sematimba ne Chikwabanga, and it is sung in the Bantu language of Luganda, spoken by the Baganda people of south-central Uganda. It describes the story of two brothers who decided to celebrate their return from war by eating their goats. Tragically, they did not survive the war, so they were not able to celebrate their success. This song is meant to be used to teach a moral on the importance of enjoying the moment and not putting something off when it can be done earlier. We use an instrument called the madinda to perform this song, accompanied by the mbuntu, mpunyi, and ngalabi drums. The madinda is a 12-slab xylophone made of wood. In the past, the frame was made of banana stems, but since they had to be replaced often, wood was an easy alternative. Each slab is tuned by carving out the underside or shaving the short ends in order to achieve the perfect pitch. In this style we will be performing, the melody is played in octaves by a group of players called the Banazi, literally initiators. The Banazi start off each cycle, and the Bawuzi, literally dividers or splitters, join in after the first cycle, playing in between each Banazi note or on their off beats. This technique of playing alternating notes is called hocketing, and it allows two players to play at the same time in a complementary way. Over the course of the song, we will signal each section change with a riff between the drums and the madinda beaters. The first riff is followed by the Banazi and the Bawuzi playing together. After the next riff, the Banazi play the melody and sing while the Bawuzi stop playing and sing along. Next comes another riff that is followed by a drum solo, after which we play another riff and then continue playing all together without singing, and finally end the piece with a last riff. The Bawuzi cannot play their section while singing since they do not have the core notes of the song's melody. Enjoy!
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sujay Banerjee. This next song is titled Imali, which literally translates to money. It is sung in Ateso, a Nilo-Saharan language spoken by the Teso people of eastern Uganda. The song is about the benefits of having children. In many African societies, parents take care of their children as they grow up, and children, in turn, take care of their parents when they get older. Having children is analogous to making an investment that brings returns in the future in the form of joy, care, money, and well-being. Thank you to my parents for investing in me. They're in the crowd. There are two instruments that we will play in this sectional piece, the adungu and the akogo. The adungu is a type of bow harp that is made from wood, cowhide, and nylon strings. It is from northern Uganda and traditionally played by the Alura people. The adungu is inspired by the guitar, which was introduced along with the rumba music from the Democratic Republic of Congo during the early 20th century. It is the only musical instrument in our ensemble that is tuned to a 7-note or diatonic scale. Accordingly, it plays chords and a harmonic roll. The akogo is a type of plucked idiophone or thumb piano made from wood and metallic tongues that have attachments that make a buzzing sound. It is from eastern Uganda and played by the Teso people. The akogo is tuned to a pentatonic or 5-note scale, and its notes tend to be played in octaves. However, they may also be played in an alternating manner, similar to that of the Madinda piece you just heard. This style symbolizes interdependence among various members of a community, a core of many African societies. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy this song.
Hello, my name is Angie Como Mosconi, and our next piece is called Nguli, and it features the Ndongo on this side and the Ndingiri on this side. The song's title, Nguli, translates to crude beer in Luganda. Nguli is about a young man named Sawaja who lived in a small little village named Gayaza. Sawaja decided to consume Nguli, which one should not do, as it is used for medicinal purposes. He became crazy and broke into people's houses. His community had to come together and deal with this issue. This story encompasses the moral of being in the right place at the right time. It touches on the fact that in many African societies, it takes a village to raise a child, or in this case, to prevent misconduct. The song's lyrics include Sawaja was punished and youth leave crude beer alone. Again, Nguli is played on the Ndongo and the Ndingiri. The Ndingiri originates from south-central Uganda and is played by the Baganda people. The instrument is a tube fiddle that features one string made of fishing line that is attached to the sound box made of wood and covered in goat hide. The papyrus tongue attached to the wood box transmits the vibrations of the string, creating the sound. The Ndongo, also from south-central Uganda, is a bow lyre with 8 strings, 5 lower strings that are played by the right hand and are the main melody, and 3 higher strings played by the left hand which play the counter melody. These two parts interlock, representing the importance of duality and complementarity in culture, the primary versus secondary totems, the natural versus supernatural. The instrument is made of cowhide on the back of its bowl, laced with goat hide. The front is made of python skin or monitor skin. The goat hide that laces the two hides is symbolic of social structure. The tuning rings are made out of banana fiber, and the strings themselves are made out of fishing line. Both the Ndongo and Ndingiri are tuned to a pentatonic scale or a 5-note scale and contain beards. These beards are representative of the maturity of the instruments, that they are mature enough to be played. Such personification of the instruments is important in Uganda culture. The two beards of the Ndongo symbolize duality. I hope you enjoy.
Hello. I'm Finn. This next piece that we're playing is on the Madinda, which is a 12 slab wooden xylophone from south central Uganda. It's tuned by either shaving off wood off the middle of the key to lower the pitch or off the end to raise the pitch. It's tuned pentatonically to a 5-note scale, and traditionally all the notes were equidistant, which means there's no tonic and there's no hierarchy between the notes, but these are tuned to a Western pentatonic scale. The style we're playing is the Sechinomu style or solo style, as opposed to the first piece we played where we all had partners. The piece we're playing has 2 titles. The first is Ganga Alula, which means Ganga survived narrowly. And it tells the story of a virtuosic harp player named Ganga who played for the king's court. And the princess, the king's daughter, falls in love with him and they have sex. And this isn't allowed because he's not of royal blood. And generally the punishment for this would be death, but he's such an impressive musician and a close friend of the king that the king decides to spare his life and leaves it up to the guards what they'll do with him. And the guards decide to cut off his penis because their rationale is that's the body part that committed the crime. And so that brings us to the second title of the piece, which is Galo Bakugu, which means in Luganda, it means useless his fingers, which is a euphemism. And we're playing the song now.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. My name is Clark O'Brien. I'm going to introduce the next piece, which is titled Leta, which in Luganda, primarily spoken by the Baganda people of south central Uganda, Leta means to bring. The story of this song goes back a few weeks while we were developing this concert program. In the midst of one of our rehearsals, the professor stopped us and turned to us and asked us a question. What, in this very moment, if you could be brought anything in the world, what would that be? So we went around the room, got some responses, a fly fishing rod, a hammer, the company of one's mother, some cheesecake. And out of this text, we developed this piece. And in this moment, sort of as we're launching into spring here, which in my experience always has me thinking sort of about the future, Leita is resonant, and it's a little bit, I think you're going to hear us sing that phrase, Leita, over and over again, sort of as us dreaming or thinking about those things we want, but may never get. And structurally, the piece is divided into two categories, or two parts, a major part, which is in the beginning, and then a minor part. And trust me, you'll be able to hear the difference. And then within each of those parts, there's 3 subparts. And then to punctuate those subparts, there's going to be a riff, like in some of those, that beginning Madinda piece. And this piece is also a combination of some of the major 6 musical Africanisms, which we've been learning in this class. You'll hear the diverse textures and timbres of our instruments layering over each other, and then our voices will do the same when we keep singing that refrain, Leita, Leita. And we'll often engage in a conversation with each other, which is another one of those principal parts of African music, and with some room for improvisation. We hope you enjoy it, and perhaps as we're singing that phrase, Leita, 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 you'll be thinking about something that you wish you could be brought right now. Thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone? Hello all, my name is Kent Kanonigo. Our next piece is honestly, we didn't spend too much time on it, but it's very fun. It's titled Ichitigida, a term from the Lugandan verb oku digida, which means to party or to groove. The term is onomatopoeic, so it calls to the mind of the instrument, and in this case, we have a lot of drums. We're about to perform this piece, Ichitigida, which takes the basic drum pattern, and you might have a few drummers that you might notice improvise over this term. And so we will play different drums in this piece, namely the Mbutu, the Impuni, Namunjoloba, and Ngalabi. And listen for the different musical Africanisms that we mentioned earlier, such as the layering of instruments, the complex polyphony, and the very improvisation that you're about to hear. And Ichigidiga drumming style is found across all of Uganda, so please enjoy.
And John, wherever you are, we see you. Don't leave. We are dancing next. Don't leave.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for staying around. We will be doing the dance medley next. My name's Annalise Johnson, and the first dance we'll be doing is called Bachi Simba. It's of the Baganda people of southern central Uganda, and this dance mimics motions of digging holes, placing the bitoki, the banana plants, in these holes, covering them in soil, and then pressing the soil down with one's feet. This will be followed by the Imbalu dance of the Bagizi people of eastern Uganda, and this dance is performed as a part of a circumcision ritual that initiates young men into manhood. During the dance, the young men demonstrate their braveness and character. Moving forward, we'll transition to a dance of the Batoro people of western Uganda called Ntogoro. This is a courtship dance that involves a display of artistic ability to attract potential spouses. The dance is performed by youth who display beauty through movement. We will then move to La Raka Raka, which is a dance of the Acholi people of northern Uganda. Similar to the previous dance, this dance is also a courtship dance, in which young men demonstrate their ability to be good, intelligent, creative partners through movement. We will then move to the final dance called Kizino, of the Bagika people of Kigezi in southern western Uganda. In this region, people historically perform this dance to stay warm in the extremely cold weather. And this dance celebrates harvest, with dancers competing through creating the largest hole with their stomping. The person who wins by the end of the night gets to host the next harvest dance. So I hope this provides some context to you for the dance, and we'll let our dancing tell the rest of the story. Thank you.
African music and dance. African music and dance. Come over here. African music and dance. Come over here. Thank you. Thank you. It's dance time right now. It's dance time, but I would like to acknowledge these wonderful performers. African music and dance. Come over here. We need to see you again. They have done an amazing job. They have done an amazing job. An amazing job. Finn, Jefferson, Clark, Priscilla, Rama, Shade, Princess, Angie, Annalise, Maeve, Kent. Oh, the one and only, Anna, Sam, and the little Jonathan Kafumbe. Over here. Thank you. Thank you. Now join me in welcoming African music and dance. The floor is open. You're gonna dance. You can dance until the cows come home. Please enjoy. It's your night. Thank you. I'll see you shortly.